Everybody, now this is how far I've gotten so far. There's always more to learn, so I'll always keep gaining knowledge and growing. But I'm trying to help show something here. Mark 10:6. From the beginning, God. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. From, but from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. Right? Of course, God made men and women, but them, male and female. It doesn't mean transgender. I'm going to break this down real quick and we're going to get into some deep stuff. Okay. And it starts with this, okay? The Eye of Horus and Eye of Ra are both ancient Egyptian symbols that are sometimes used interchangeably. However, they have different meanings and associations. Eye of Horus symbolizes protection, health, and wholeness associated with the moon and healing, based on the story of Horus' uncle Set ripping out his eye. The moon god Thoth replaced the damaged eye of Horus, used as a deceptive item in the Middle East to protect against the evil eye. Okay, the Eye of Ra symbolizes power, fury, and violence associated with the sun and power, based on the idea of Ra's daughter seeking revenge of mankind. The Eye of Ra was embodied in Ra's daughter, I believe it is. Let's see. Ra's daughter. The Egyptian celebrated the life-giving aspects Eye of Ra. The Egyptian also celebrated dangerous aspects of the Eye of Ra. Both eyes were represented by the Wijat symbol, a symbolized human eye with falcon markings. The myths surrounding the Eye of Horus and the Eye of Ra may be based on the same core element of a myth. Okay, we got this far now. This is where it gets really deep and it's like they're trying to hide everything from us. Because that's the base of their religion, is to push lies, right? Now, okay, so we're getting into DNA with this, okay? And this is why that's important. I had to break that down, okay? So DNA, right, is made of anidine, thymine, cytosine, and glutamine, right? And the rods are the phosphate backbone. And this is key right here, backbone, okay? And I'm going to show you why, okay? These are all sugars, by the way. They're sugars that make up your DNA, sugar molecules, okay? Why is it doing? Now, okay, so I can't zoom in on this, but right, there's a 5 there, okay? 5. Because DNA divides at 3 and 5. So here's the 5, right? It shows the different ones. And I'm going to get into how this works real quick here. But I'll get better stuff coming. I'm just working with what I got and getting better presentation stuff, so be patient. Okay. Now, well, a tree produces sugar during the day and then a process called photosynthesis, storing it as starch, and then consumes this stored sugar at night by breaking it down into unstable sugar for energy when sunlight is not available for photosynthesis. Essentially, it produces sugar during the day and it consumes it at night. Be patient. Okay. Photosynthesis during the day, daily hours. Trees use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create glucose, sugar. 4 elements of DNA, correct? Yeah, that would be sunlight, water, carbon oxygen, because we're the exact opposite, and sugar. Okay, starch serves. The produced sugar is then converted into starch, a complex carbohydrate which is stored within the plant's tissues, primarily in leaves. It's exactly what DNA is, right? It's created, stored in our tissues. Okay. When night falls, the photosynthesis stops. The tree breaks down the stored starch back into sugar and provides energy for its basic functions. Okay. Now we're going to go deeper on this. Just be patient here. I need a better presentation system, but I'll get there. Okay. Understand this. Revelation 22:13 to 14. Okay. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. As above, so below. Okay. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. You are the tree of life. Yeah. That's why it's called your root chakra. Because trees have roots and they grow. Okay. And may enter through the gates into this city, because St. Luke 17:21, the kingdom of God is within you. Enter the city. Remember that. Okay. Now let's go deeper here. Okay. Now, the moon takes approximately 27.3 days to orbit the Earth once, which is also known as a sidereal month. Okay. Now, understand this about DNA. Okay. The DNA has phosphate backbone. It has two of those. And I'm going to draw them straight and show you how this works, right? You have your day and you have your night. Phosphate backbone. We're going to get into this, right? So what it does during the day, it creates I'll go with 7. Okay? And then during the night, it consumes those 7, okay? And then that's a daily cycle, right? And I believe the twist in the DNA, where it twists to start the process again, is every single day, okay? Now, for DNA to repeat, I believe you have to hit this 27.3 days, and then the cycle starts over again. That's where it divides at the 3 and 5, because there's the 3. Hold on with this, it goes a lot deeper. Okay. Now, you have 4 primary phases of the moon. A new moon, first quarter, full moon, and last quarter. This may be where I'm wrong, right? Because, no, actually, it's a different repeating cycle, because you got your daily, one whole system of day and night, and then you have another system of the 4 moon cycles. You have new moon, first quarter, you got full moon, and then you have last quarter, right? So we're getting a pattern here of repetition, a repetitious cycle, but it goes deeper than that. Okay, so go back. Okay, this is why I read that Bible verse, right? Oops, gotta go back. Okay, and I'm gonna help you understand. I am the beginning and the end, okay? Okay. This is why I read that verse. I am the beginning and the end. Because it's DNA. Everything is all about cerebrospinal fluid, okay? It is a clear, colorless liquid that surrounds and protects the brain and the spinal cord. God is my protection, okay? CPS acts as a cushion, absorbing shocks and projecting the brain and the spinal cord from the injury. God is my rod and my protection, right? Oh, wow. Okay. Waste removal. CPS helps remove waste from products from the brain and spinal cord. Circulation. It circulates through the brain and spinal cord, carrying nutrients, waste products, and hormones. And that literally breaks down how I broke down DNA works. It is created during the day because during the day, cerebral spinal fluid goes down the spine, and then it is produced. Hold on, let's go to the next one. I'll help you understand. Okay, we go to the next one. Okay. Cerebral spinal fluid is primarily composed of water, but also contains proteins, electrolytes, glucose, and white blood cells. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. During the day, your CSF, cerebral spinal fluid, goes down the spinal cord to your tailbone, okay? And then what does the moon do to water? It raises tides. It raises back up to consume the ATCG it produced, okay? This is your daily cycle. Then you have these 4 moon phases, which changes it to a different pattern, but the same cycle repeats. And that's how, like, it starts. Then you have a different divider along that, right? Because you have 4 seasons. Because this cycle goes through a season. And this is where the math gets really crazy, right? Because I'm not exactly sure how this works, because I have to look at more DNA, get with more people that understand, right? Because you have your daily cycle, okay? Then you have your 4 moon cycles. And then you have your 4 season cycles. So 4, and, well, I don't know how to put it. It would be 4 cycles. No, because 4 cycles completes in 27.3 days, okay? So that's one recycle is through the 4 phases, but there's different variables in the equation in the 4 moon cycles. Okay. Now, to go deeper. Okay. To turn 2 equations into 1. This is the simplest way to do this, okay? Because you have your production and consumption, right? To turn two equations into 1, you can add or subtract the equations together, usually after manipulating them so that one of the variables has the same coefficient in both equations, allowing you to eliminate that variable, combine the remaining terms into a single equation. And that's what we do, the process of elimination. What exactly was created? We'll say 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 4, 3, right? That's what's produced during the day. And then to solve this daily equation of DNA, we'd have to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? We have to figure out what was consumed. And that's how we do the elimination method to turn 2 equations, the day and night of DNA, into 1. Now, okay. And that's the end of that production. But okay, what I'm saying here is, and I can't find this. I put it in a video and I can't find this. It's a hieroglyphic, okay? What you see is you'll see Ra and Horus, right? This is Ra. This is a person. This is Horus. This is a person. And what you'll see there, in this middle here, you see this thing that's got waves. Okay? You'll see 7, because of your 7 chakras. That also goes into the equation, right? Because how these are produced in 8 is the chakra it's in, because you have 4 categories of chakra. So this is a big math equation I'm working on figuring out. I'll get it, I just need more time. And see, this is just something. That's why I've been reaching out to the right people to get the right minds to help understand this and work with me. Because this is how we do this and solve everything, right? Now, remember, I forgot to put this one on here, right? Since there's a 5, right? The Egyptians knew this. That's why the pyramid has 5 shafts that come out, because they hid it, but it's true. The river was salt water, right? It had an underground place where water had a water reservoir fed from the salt water. They changed that to fresh water because they wanted to charge us for electric. One, it built electricity. Two, and I believe this is why there was no cancer back then, right? What it did was, as the moon rose, the water rose, just like cerebral spinal fluid, and it would produce these different frequencies. One to heal, but also that's the 5. And the 3 and 5 division of the DNA. And honestly, I believe I'd have to get more deeper and see more hieroglyphs to understand this. But this is the gist of it. It's where I'm going with things. And the right minds will understand, and we can work together. Enjoy your day, everybody.